Hello everybody, welcome back. This is going to be episode 3 for our legendary Beastmen campaign for Total War Warhammer. I am the strategy professor. This is a pure campaign, which means we're not going to do any auto-resolve abuse, we're not going to assassinate lords on the campaign map, and we're not going to do any other shenanigans to give us an unfair advantage over the AI. I think this makes for a better playing experience, and I hope it'll make for a better viewing experience as well. So if this is your first time visiting us, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. If you've seen the previous episodes, welcome back. So in the previous episodes, we just discussed all of the new strategic systems, which can be quite complex for the Beastmen, including their bestial rage meter, the various stances that they have that are all pretty unique and interesting, how the moon works a little bit, techs, and how buildings work. So we've learned quite a lot, but now I think we're ready to pick up the pace and get into some more fights. So I want to go ahead and hire some more units. But you have to stand still to hire, so since I'm standing still right now to try to get away from them a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and hire. So I think my front line is decent. As I said before, I think I want more raiders. How many? I'm going to hand off some units over here soon. I have a pretty good front line here, so I think I just want to go double raider. They are very fast, and they can kite quite well, so I think I need to utilize them and just play them like they're old school hydralisks or something from StarCraft 1. Like, I just need to like power micro those things around the infantry up here. But okay, that's what we're going to do. I had considered fighting these people down in Magrita, but the problem is that has high walls. They have 8 units there. I don't know exactly what they are, but I think it's the capital for the faction, so it's probably a pretty good garrison. And they already have 8 units as well. So, you know, I'd have to go through 17 units with high walls. And I only have, what, 8? 16 if I pull my units together. And none of these are particularly good at sieging. I mean, sieging is basically like your worst nightmare if you're a Beastman, because you're supposed to flank and get a lot of charge bonuses, and it's really hard to do that, obviously, when you're having to climb up ladders to get onto walls and things like that. So you do not want to siege if you don't have to a lot of times. You want to try to goad the army into coming out and fighting you in the open, and then you can just go take down the garrison when it doesn't have an army with it. Sorry, my cat was doing something weird. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the next turn then. Yeah, he usually runs away. So, that's okay. So I just want to move ambush stance up to here. Now, let me see. I might... If you hold down, you can see... I'm going to go right here so I can hire more units. Because you need at least 25% of your movement left to hire more. You can't. Now, we could go all the way up as high as tier 2 if we wanted to. But that's just way too expensive right now. I think I want to get, we could also upgrade this. It's 3,000 though, it's very expensive. I'm kind of talking a little bit quiet because I woke my wife up in the middle of the night. I've been like staying up all night trying to get you guys high quality content on this because I know everyone wants to see it. The content just came out. I just want to make sure it's high quality and that I'm not going to get destroyed like I did in the last campaign. So hopefully we fight a good strong one here and I can release these videos. How much? I only have 7,000 right now. So I think it's better to split the difference here and get a building with this guy and just upgrade him to tier 2 just to get him working on growth as well. I mean, this is nice. I do want to get this because this Ungor herd, especially this one, is a good bargain. That means you're basically paying an extra 25 gold over this one. And you're getting, what, 6 extra defense. Weapon strength is the same at 22. Getting 6 extra defense. What, a shield? The health is the same. Leadership is the same. Charge bonus. You're getting a little bit more charge bonus. No, you're getting less charge bonus, actually. But what is the bonus then? Why would you get this? Oh, this guy doesn't have a shield. Okay, so you're getting 6 extra defense and a shield if you pay 25 extra gold. So I'm not quite sure if that's worth it. But this guy has stalk, which means you can creep up on people. And he has extra weapon strength and a little bit of extra charge bonus. So this is okay. He has a little bit more leadership. A little bit extra melee defense, weapon strength. So it's okay. I mean, you primarily get this guy for stalk, so that you can deploy and get behind them very easily in a surround situation. So I'm not sure if it's worth paying the extra 50% cash. I think just getting these guys for 75 with archers is kind of where you want to be early game. They're just really good and efficient for their cost. Yeah, so that's probably what I'm going to do. So, okay, so we're going to leave this guy alone for now. I'm hoping that we can get him out in the open here soon. Because he didn't chase me all the way up here last time, so if I just like lie in wait around here, then I should be able to ambush him, take him out. So if you look at the bar over there, I think I just pointed this out, but in case I didn't, you can hold down the arrow and it'll tell you like how much movement it's going to take. So you want that green bar to just be slightly above the first hash mark there to make sure you have 25% left so that you can recruit or make buildings when you're moving. Alright, let's go ahead and recruit. So we're just going to make a ton of the cheap units. And archers. So how many archers do I have here? Only a couple. Let's get a couple more archers. I want a ton of these guys, and I want to micro them very well. That's my goal. Because you have to just overwhelmingly outnumber the pistoliers and the other things because they're so strong, especially with legendary stats. You just really have to have, like, I want a 2-to-1 on them. Like, if they're going to have 3 pistoliers, I want at least 6 of these things. Because they're really fast, as I said before, too, so you can flank around and really put some good work in to get good flank shots. So they don't appear to be the strongest archers in the world, you know. They deal 17 damage. A lot of other archers deal way more than that. But it's this speed that makes them valuable. They end up with 38 speed because they get this bonus, this extra 6%. So I think it's quite good. Okay, and we want to go ahead and make this. It's 2,500, pretty expensive, but this will at least get a little bit of growth going, and it'll spread chaos a little bit more, so I think it's good. And then we're not going to be able to buy much more, because we're going to have to build a ton of units. So we're not going to be able to get any more buildings probably for a little bit. That's okay. So we're hiring here. Let's go ahead and take a look really quick at the diplomacy. Just to make sure that these orcs don't want to do anything with us.
Chopper's in my hand.
Now they're kind of interested in a non-aggression pact. So
I don't like.
let's see if they'll pay us for that. Now, a couple of patches ago, I think they made it much harder to get money from other factions, but we'll try it. A low success chance. Just every few turns, I just want to see if I can interest them in a non-aggression. That's fine. So that's it. We're still working on our tech. Remember, we're just running straight over towards melee attack for Unger units. This is nice, but this is super powerful, and this is pretty good early game too. So
The beast paths are hidden ways, known only to the cloven
Excellent,
ones.
excellent. So this is
Use
something that
them,
you
my
always get
brutal
early
lord,
on.
to traverse the forests.
So 100% always get the Gorebull. This will be the thing that I talk about this episode, and we're going to move up there and get into some fights. This thing, I told you, it's one of the best units like in the game. It's so ridiculously strong. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and get him. Don't ever get this early on. We will get Brave Shamans later, but the Gorebull, I'm going to show you why. Here we go. I'm clicking on it. Are you ready for this? He's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay. First of all, just look at his raw stats. 100 armor, 5,300 health, and he has a bonus versus large of 30. So he massacres large units. So that means he's going to be hitting large for 66 attack. And he has 280 armor piercing damage. Let's look at our legendary lord here. Our legendary lord at max health is only going to have 4,500 HP. And his armor piercing is only going to be 160. So this guy has almost double the armor piercing. He has like 75% extra armor piercing or something. And this guy has like 25% more health. Like, it's crazy. Yes, his melee attack's a little bit lower. His melee defense is lower. But he's a hero. He's not a legendary lord. He's just a hero. So he's extremely strong and effective in combat. Boring. Oh, that sucks. Oh, it's really bad. Well, at least I usually have him in another army, and it won't affect the army if he's boring, so that's a very unfortunate trait. Okay, so let's look at some of these abilities here just really quick. So plus 15 armor piercing, that's okay. It's not super great because he already has a really high base for armor piercing. 15 armor and 15 defense for just 1 point. Very nice, especially because of the defense. That's almost 50% more defense. That means he's going to be taking 50% less damage in melee combat. Very nice. He gives all Ungore and Gore units an additional 15 melee attack. I mentioned this earlier, but here's the point. That's crazy. It's so good. That's a 1-point wonder, like, to the T. It's amazing. Missile defense, whatever. That's pretty good, too. Now, he can get plus 30 on the charge. It's good. 15 armor is kind of whatever. 9 defense, whatever. 9 attack. Whatever, it's okay. Foe Seeker, it's alright. It's good for charging. Wound Maker's only 15%. That's okay. Hit points, 30%. Okay. 9 melee defense, okay. Literally also not that great. So his duelist points are not that awesome. They're okay. But there's definitely way better out there. This is the crazy thing. Oh, and by the way, he naturally has a buff that he gives to everyone around you. It gives an extra plus 8 leadership and plus 8 melee attack. So, that's awesome. This is why you pick him. And this is insane. So you have to choose either a defensive build or offensive build. You cannot get both of these. You have to choose which one to get, and it locks out the other one. But you basically get 4 points in it. So when you get to the 4 points, you get plus 15 armor and plus 20 missile resistance. For all allies in the area, all get plus 20. That missile resistance stacks with his natural missile resistance of 15. That means he's going to have 45, or like whatever that is, 40% extra missile resistance. That's crazy. That's really good. But even better, plus 15 attack to everybody within 30 range, and plus 20 charge bonus to everybody in range. That is absurd. That's so strong. Like, so if you put him with a pack of Unger, he's going to give them plus 15 melee attack, plus another 15 melee attack, that's 30, plus another 8, that's 38. In addition to the 15 you can get from the tech tree, that's 53. in addition to the 12 that you can get from the skills for your lord, that's like 75 or something. I lost count. It's late at night or earlier in the morning, depending on how you look at it. But either way, that's an absurd amount. Your guy is going to have like 100 attack power or more. Your core people that you're going to have. So absolutely outrageous. It's so good. That's not even including the charge. So you definitely want to get 3 points here, 1 point here, automatic, no other choices. Then you can give your entire army up to 20 leadership, but it does give you an evasion chance of 40% with the beast paths. But I don't want evasion, as I've said before. I want to get caught in the beast paths. That's a way that you keep people from running away from you. Although, I don't know, I guess I could see a world where I want to do hit and run and get away. Potentially, but because there's other ways to catch people when you're Beastmen. You can ambush them, you don't have to protect territory, so you don't really need to catch them when they're running from you. Maybe I'll think about it. But you definitely want 3 points here for 15. And then this is debatable. You could just stop at 3 points and get the leadership and not have the evasion if you want to actually take those fights. I'll just have to think, because as I said before, I use that with the greenskins and dwarves to catch people that are trying to backline me, but there is no backline with the beastmen. There's no backline. But I guess if people get away and they're injured, if you're trying to bait them outside of their town, they're going to get to run back to their town and heal back to full if they run away. So I guess that's the annoyance. Not backlining you, but rather healing up so you can't backline them. So I still think I want to get intercepted in the underway and just use that to my advantage. So I don't think I want evasion, but definitely still get 3 points so that you get 15 leadership. That's very strong. This is not that great. It's only 14% recruitment. It's whatever. Upkeep matters more. This is pretty terrible. That's okay. That's okay. And the rest of this is pretty bad. So all of his power comes from these auras, these insane auras that he gets right here and down here. So he just gives everybody a ton of leadership, a ton of extra melee attack. He has some awesome 1-point wonders up here. And he's just a very capable fighter by himself. So this puts him up there in vampire territory in terms of raw power, I think, personally. So he's quite good. And then I guess with the rest of the points, after you get some of this stuff, you might just want to go for duelist here. I mean, it's not super awesome, but you can get charge bonus and then just put 1 point in deadly horns or something. Foe Seeker's pretty good. And then just get a natural thirst for an extra 30%. Because his base stats are super high. 5,300 health is really high, so he scales very well with max health. And he also has really high armor to make good use of that max health. So I think that's good. So we're going to use him to scout. So we're just going to run up here. Now, he has 2 armies. That's interesting.
My soul.
I've never seen him make 2 armies before.
I must keep my holy vow. No.
That's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and deploy. It's not going to do a lot. It's going to lower his public order, which doesn't matter, but it'll give me a little bit of experience. So that's pretty cool. Alright, we've already moved. And we're good to go. So who's doing the hiring?
You dishonor me. Do you take me for
Are
a
they
child?
both hiring? They are.
I am a lord of Bretonia. Never. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the wall here. Beast pattern. So I can barely make it over this wall. It's pretty sweet.
then I want to walk up here. Now I can hand off units and get to 17 if I want to. That means I'm not going to be able to hire if I do that, though. So I think we'll do that next turn. We'll hand off some units. I always like to see just a little bit of green above the bar just to make sure. Okay. And can hire 1, 2. I mean, I want a ton of archers, but I also need to save some cost. I mean, I guess I'll go with another archer. I just want to make sure that I have missile superiority. Now, this is going to be expensive. Expensive. So we're definitely going to have to leverage and use this well. But yeah, we're going to be eating about 500 gold per turn. So that means we're definitely going to have to fight here very soon. But we should have a pretty superior army. We're going to see what the moon brings us here in a few turns, too. So give us 12, 8. So I can turn this into a 17 stack next turn. That's going to cost you a little bit in terms of your Bray Herd, potentially, if I hand off units. But we'll just see. Just make sure there's nothing else with the orcs going on here.
The chopper is in my hand, so I can smack you when you say something.
Trying to get some cash out of them. Okay, that's going to be it. We can't afford any other buildings because we're going to be in the red with our army for a little while. Okay, Sweetie's coming out. I should have actually put the Minotaur with my unit. Oh, he didn't notice me. Because I'm invisible in ambush stance.
I must keep my holy vow. No.
Now, this is an interesting conundrum. I could let him go all the way down here and fix up this area. And then I could run down and kill it again and get some horde growth or something. But I'm burning through cash right now. Like, I can't sit here and do nothing. I have to kill things. So I think I just want to kill him because I'm hidden right now. Like, this guy's in ambush stance. And this guy's invisible. So I would like to get this guy in on the action. Okay, yeah, I'm going to get this guy in on the action just so that he gets some good experience here. We'll probably auto-resolve this. I mean,
You dishonor me.
I guess we could fight it if you guys want to see a good fight, but it should be a slaughter. Okay, so that didn't take away very much of my movement speed at all. Like, my dude ran all the way from up here and combined with me, and usually that takes away a ton of movement speed when you put heroes with lords after they've run a considerable distance. Okay, so I think I want to walk into range here. I want to fight. He's probably going to run, so I'm going to have to chase him and fight him again, most likely. But I should have enough movement left to do that. Usually you want to ask other people if they'll pay you to go to war with them, but I can't ask anybody that, because no one else is at war with him right now. Actually, Broken Nose is at war with him, so I could have asked him for cash. They probably wouldn't have given it to me. But I should have at least double-checked that. That could have potentially been an extra, 300 gold. Okay, so I'd get a good ambush here. So I'll show you guys this because it's really cool. You can kind of see how the ambush battles work. Yeah, so I'm going to control the large army. Now, my supporting army is the smaller army. So I think I can pretty much win the fight with just this army. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. So I want to try to kill everybody. One bad thing about these ambush battles is they're very narrow, which means that it's hard to flank, first of all, but second of all, they're able to run off the map very quickly, especially with cavalry. So it's difficult to kill them in one go. But we'll fight it. Just so you guys can kind of see what it's all about. These new ambush maps. So this is the same map the last time that I did the ambush. So this might be the only ambush map you can get. It might just be because we're in a particular region this has happened. But you always want to initiate a fight with your large army. I'll tell you that right now. Because what happened to me in the last campaign was I initiated with the smaller army. It just worked out that way. And I had to wait on the reinforcements. And by the time the reinforcements came, they had already set up over here in this corner for a defense. And it just wasn't nearly as effective as it could have been in terms of the ambush. So now I can't actually deploy over here. I have to run at them this way. So it's kind of annoying that I can't completely sandwich them in. But I'm so close to them that I can just charge right in their face. I don't think he counts as large, because he's a normal lord. He's sword infantry, so he's not large, so he can actually run in there. Does this guy count as large? Melee specialist. I'm not sure if he counts as large either, in terms of the spears getting bonuses on it. Just in case, we'll go right here. These spears, obviously, you're going to get a bonus against horses, so. Why are these guys so spread out? Are they Vanguard? Heard. 120. These are 160. Okay, so let's go ahead and lock. We should just be able to straight up attack. I want these to be ready right here. How far can they shoot? They can't quite hit. I need to be able to hit these archers right here. Okay, right here, perfect. That should be great. You can just focus fire them, blow them up immediately. And then the Minotaurs. Just throw them in right here and they can just charge right into this. As long as they don't run into spears, it should be fine. So we'll add both of these to the 10. Okay, so we're gonna go 10 stack charge, and then 1 charge, and then 2 shoot him. Oh, or we can just bungle the whole thing. Charge. It's like all this careful planning, and it's like, oops, messed up my clicking. I've been up for a million years here. Okay, get this. Get this guy. Okay, shattered those stupid horse archers. That is music to my ears. Kill every last one of them. Kill all those guys. Alright, charge him back. Get over here. Kill them. Kill them. We've got our new units over here. Just get down here, kill them all. Okay, so they're just like walking to their death, I guess. I don't know.
stop. Okay, fire on these guys. So they're gonna run away, so they get off the map really quickly. Yeah, they're already done. They just run to this tree and they're out. So I'm probably gonna have to fight them again, unfortunately. But that was sweet. We didn't lose almost any units. And remember, you want to lose as few units as you possibly can so that you get a better bonus to your bestial rage. Yeah, so I really like having a ton of these archers. Just an overload of these archers. It's very nice against these entry-level units that don't have a ton of armor yet. Alright, that's good enough, I think. Where's the Lord? I want to make sure the Lord dies. I want his magical item. So that, yes, they might get another Lord, but I think it gives you more money if you kill the Lord, and you get a better magical item. So you have a chance to get a good magical item. Let's see here. Why are these guys like just walking this, like alongside him, just chilling? Like, surround him, kill him. The units are flying around, but I don't think he actually does damage. That's my guy hitting him and it's knocking it right back. So I'm just gonna speed this up. He should die. I don't see how he could possibly get out of this. Minotaurs are coming in. They'll hopefully beat him up. I've had lords walk out of things like this and get away, but not this time. So they're probably going to get to run even without their lord, even though there's almost no units left. But if you get 2 victories, that's actually nice because that gives you even more victory points. Because we really want to get these wall armies and leverage them. That's a nice payout there. So 410 for 4 is a decent rate. We don't really need to replenish. How am I not getting more than that? So I got 8 for winning that battle. Maybe it depends on how many units are in the place. I mean, it could also be that I'm splitting it with this army. That's why I got 8. So everybody's going to get -4 if I take this for 410. I don't know if that's worth it. Extra 4 leadership would be nice for a lot of turns. I don't know if I want to sacrifice 4 bestial. I really need this guy to get maxed out. I mean, I do need cash. The only problem is I'm costing both armies 4, so in effect it's costing me 8 to work on this total favor here. What's more important to me? Getting a lot of cash? I mean, I'm bleeding cash right now. So I think, I've only got 5 turns till I bleed out. So I think I just have to go with cash at this point, unfortunately. I'm still getting some. Okay, and we did get an item because we killed the Lord. If we didn't kill the Lord, if he ran away, we wouldn't get this item. It's okay, I guess. A little spy action. We're going to get a lot of extra experience as well. Very good. So, we're going to rush Leader of the Raucous Host, as I've said before. So I could double up on them so they both get experience. Then that's going to split the It's going to split the battles 1, whereas I could stack it all on one person if I wanted to. I think I want them both to split the experience, though. I think I'm comfortable splitting. I'm not exactly sure. That's another strategic consideration. Do you split or do you just give it to one person? It seems like if you're going to sell the captives, I don't really know. Because it seems like normally you would get about 18 for a win, but if you split it, it's 8 per. And selling captives, if it's just one person, it's only, in that case, it would have been 4 off the one person. But if you have 2 people, then it's a total of 8 off. So I don't know. These are all interesting considerations. Whether or not you should split or go for the thing. My instinct is to split so that I can this experience, but that could be incorrect. Ambush again. Okay, we're just going to auto-resolve this, just because we just saw how this worked out. They had a ward, now they don't. That's about right. We wouldn't lose last game. You just charge him and kill everybody. Not a huge deal. 270 for 3 off of each one of them. Probably not worth it. Now, because we killed the entire thing, we're getting plus 20. That's more like it. So now we're talking. We're getting close. I don't think 3 off of each army for 270 gold is worth it. We're both getting very close to getting an extra army. I think here I just want to slaughter captives just to get that extra leadership on everybody. In case we fight a really hard fight. I want to keep my bestial rage. So let's just kill the captives. Okay, nice giant plant. Very good. Tons of levels. So our main guy leveled up again. Leader of the Raucous Host. Minotaur leveled up. Now everybody gets plus 5 melee attack. Super powerful. So now we're power spiking. That's what I'm talking about. We just need some good fights early. Can't be line of sight, sure. Whatever, I'll keep it on the other person's fine. Now we're still hurting for cash, but at least we're leveling a lot of stuff up. I could take him out to come up here and scout more, potentially. I could also raid. So I have a choice of either raiding, which would give me extra plus 2 bestial, which would be nice because I am getting close to this 80 mark, but I also need to hire. Now if I hand off units, I know there's a penalty. Just let me see how much. There could be a penalty. Okay, so it tells you. So if you hand off too many units, pay attention to this. You will lose bestial rage. So you cannot hand off a ton of units. We can't afford to hire that many more units right now because we're broke. I mean, we're 600 in the red. So we're not going to be able to have 2 huge forces. At least a couple. Dang, that's a ton of archers. But you know what? These guys are really good tanks, so maybe it is worth it just to have a ton of archers and just have these guys tank and have the archers shoot. I mean, that doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's okay. So definitely want one more spear infantry. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Minotaurs are good tanks also. So this should be a pretty scary force here. Alright, so handed off units. So I don't need to hire anymore. If I get over the limit here, then I'm going to get a special force here soon. So I could run back up in this territory, or I could just go ahead and raid.
so I don't gain any income, but I gain 2 bestial rage by doing that. So I could theoretically get a wall with this group, or whatever it's called, a Bray Herd. And then after this group goes on cooldown where I can't get another Bray Herd, I could hand off units over here. And I am probably going to take a penalty for handing off units. But if I'm already maxed out, I think I might still be able to do it, depending on what the penalty is. So, I think we can go ahead and split the difference. So what I want to do is potentially like walk up to here and raid with the small stack. Let me see. Yeah, right here. Just to get close to him. And then with this guy, he can stay in ambush stance. Actually, I just want both of them to raid. Forget it, because I want to get it to maximum ASAP. Because he's going to have 71, although this guy's going to have more, I think, right? Yeah, he's going to have 73, so I should have tried to max this guy out first. He's going to have a higher amount. Whatever, it's fine, but I want them both to raid. Just so that I get the extra amount here. Now we're not getting any cash, so that's unfortunate. Okay, he's coming out. How many units does he have?
Do you take me for a child?
16. He does have a trebuchet, which is problematic.
I will not blight
So
myself.
can I win a 16 on 17? I have a Minotaur, which is very strong. I should just leveled up again, too. I have 2 points in Raucous Host. So I'm going to get +7 melee attack and +5 from the Minotaur. On everything. And an additional +8, so +13, +7. I'm going to get +20 attack on these guys. Not the Gore Herd, but these 3.
You dishonor me.
I'm a little bit worried about the trebuchet. But the other units, I think I can beat up pretty easily, I hope. So what I'm contemplating is baiting him into an underground fight. That would definitely give me the max bestial rage. How much time do we have left? I think we're basically at time, but I would really like one more fight. It's interesting. Can I win this? I think I can win it. Because I have high-tech units. I have a ton of missile superiority. The only problem is that
I am a lord
trebuchet.
of Bretonia.
I should
Never.
be able to crush these things. Be able to crush this with my spear infantry. I should have missile superiority. My lord and my minotaur are much, much stronger than this guy. I think we can beat him. I'm a little scared of the minotaur, but do these things have stalk? We'll see. Okay, so let's see if he can, if I can bait him. If he doesn't want to bite, then I can walk up here and go into ambush mode, and then possibly get an ambush on him next turn. So let's try to bait him. It's a little bit dangerous. I don't know of any other armies that are around here, but I just killed one of his armies, and I don't think he's going to have more than one. So, and what I would actually like, well, let me see. How far can I? So I could walk up to like here, an ambush stance, I believe. Let me
switch over. Okay. So I could walk up to here. Because I want to get as close as I can to this edge. So that if he doesn't bite, I'm going to be able to move over here and take out this town that he has right here. If he wants to run back into his little town and not fight me. But I want to see if I can get him to fight me here. Let's see. See if this bait can work. Nope, did not work.
I must keep my holy vow. Do you take me for a churl?
So he either didn't want to fight me or he didn't have the opportunity. But that's like a situation there where half the time they probably will fight you along the way. I mean, he probably thinks he has about a 50-50 chance, but because of my upgrades. I don't think they calculate upgrades in the auto-resolve. I'm not 100% about that. I'm actually not that scared. Do I just let him? Well, the problem is at the start of his turn he's going to have a couple more units. I was going to say, do I just let him like fight me next turn and then just walk in here and raid? I think that's too greedy. I think I need to get up here and support him. Ooh, actually, I can... Oh, man. I could fight him potentially in an ambush battle. Now, it's going to be bad because the ambushing force is going to be the main force is going to be smaller, so I'm going to have to wait on reinforcements. But still, even with that kind of ambush fight, I get the high ground advantage pretty much automatically in that ambush. So I get high ground, even though I won't be able to get the awesome flank attack. I'll still get high ground. I think I'm going to do that. He might be able to run, but I might just get an outright ambush again. I think I can, yeah, I can hit him this turn. Let's try. Nope, he's running. So he detected it. But I should still be in ambush stance, and I'm getting reinforced by this guy. Just move over one more smidge just to make sure that they're reinforcing each other. Yeah. So now they're absolutely reinforcing each other. One's in ambush stance and one's not. So I think I'm detected here. I can't imagine that he's not going to be able to, that he's not going to see me because he spotted me. So I don't know how that works once you're detected, like what you have to do to get undetected. Maybe if you go into hidden encampment, then you're undetected, and then you can walk around and ambush again. I'm not really sure how that mechanic works. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments. How, if someone detects you, how can you go back to undetected? Do you have to go into the woods? Ambush chance 70%, so it's much higher in the woods. So I am actually in woods right now. Grassland 45%. Is this grassland? Alright, so it has to be thicker foliage. So I think that works even if you're attacking somebody in the woods. So it's attacking or if they attack you. Am I invisible here? It looks like I'm invisible. What is this? Let me see. Okay. I don't know, I'm gray. Maybe that means I'm out of movement. I'm not really sure what that means. Okay, I think that's good. I can't make anything, can't do anything. We're about to get a tech, which is pretty decent actually. It's going to give us extra melee attack and defense for our lord and our hero. So it's going to be a pretty nice little bump in combat effectiveness. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the next turn. Let's see what happens. See, so we're tearing through turns. We're on turn 8 on the 3rd episode. And we've explained a lot of stuff early on. Okay, so he's coming. Beastly Stupor. Oh, that's the thing that I just finished researching. Okay, I can show you guys the moon event. This will be cool. Let me check out his army here.
You dishonor me. I will not blight my soul.
Now when I click on the moon event, it's not going to let me click on other things, I don't think. We'll see. Okay, both of them cannot be on the outside.
I am a lord of Bretonia. Never!
So if I had lightning strike, I could attack the one person who's on the outside right now without getting attacked from the other person.
I must keep my holy vow.
So I could
No.
pick off this number 4 guy here without getting reinforcements. What does his reinforcements look like? Okay, so let's have 1 Knights of the Realm, which are extremely strong at this point in the game. So he has 8, 9 units, plus...
Do you take me for a
plus
churl?
13 units.
I will not blight my soul.
There are 29 units, including high walls. There's no way. Now, I wouldn't have to fight with the high walls. It's 39 on 21. With his legendary stats, I don't think that's happening. Okay, let's see what the moon brings us here. Now, what does this guy have?
I refuse.
20 stack. So it's entirely possible we could just bait this guy with... Now, we need to make sure they're not military allies, but it's entirely possible we could just bait this dude. Yeah, because we can kite the crap out of this. Like, all we have to do is kill these pistoliers and his crossbowmen, and then we should just be able to sneak behind and just gun all of the stuff down. Okay, so here's the moon event. Wow. This is sweet. I haven't even seen these before, a lot of these. I wish it would let you browse around and see sort of what you want to do. Okay, so horde growth -20 for 2 turns. So you're going to have no growth, but everything gets maximum replenishment for 2 turns. So if I think I'm about to get into a huge fight this turn, then I could activate this, go fight, and then at the start of the next turn, everything would be replenished to full. I would just lose my horde growth, which is bad, but that could be really sweet, no matter how far. So extra plus 50% campaign movement range. If you don't think that you're going to fight anything and you just need to cover a lot of ground to go sack a bunch of towns or something, that's obviously super powerful. So this basically gives you march stance for 3 turns. With ambush though, so you can ambush with it. Bestial Rage plus 10. So this will absolutely give me the Bray Herd, but I want the extra army. But I'm going to get that extra army anyways if I just fight and win 1 more fight. And I'm not going to be able to have 17 units to get it with the second person, so it looks cool, but I'm not entirely convinced that it's worth it. I'm tempted to do this, because what's going to happen, I think, is I'm going to fight one of these 20 stacks. It's going to be a really tough, hard fight, and then I'm going to be really hurt after that. And then this would give me full replenishment, which could potentially be pretty sweet. I could even maybe bait that guy into a fight with the underway. It's entirely possible, or I could just try to ambush him. Okay, so I think... Okay, so... Let me see. I don't want this because I'm going to be fighting, and I don't want to have low vigor. I can't really afford to hire more units because I'm already bleeding cash. So, I don't think this is a good idea. I'm not going to need that because... Oh, excuse me. I'm not going to need that because I'm already going to get the Bray Herd, I'm pretty sure, with my next fight. Now this will be super powerful, but I'm going to lose growth. But I don't have the money to buy buildings, and my growth is not very high anyways. I'm only getting 1 point per turn right now. So I think I'm okay giving up my growth. I still have a couple of surplus just hanging out. And I think my next upgrade would be upgrading the tier 2 building anyways, if I had an extra, 6,000 cash laying around. So I think this is a pretty good bargain. You can't go into the negative with growth, I don't believe. It's always at 0. So I think this is going to be sweet when 1 falls. So let's go ahead and do it. But you can see this doesn't include everything that's awesome. The one that I got last time gave you 50 extra attack power and cut your movement speed in half. So it was super, super powerful when you're fighting a lot. But this is also very powerful if you're fighting a lot, because you replenish every turn. It's only for 2 turns, but it's still pretty good. Okay, so when 1 falls is what we're going to do. Okay, so it saves it, and you can see the little buff up here. So I cannot quite hit him on this turn. See if they're at war with anybody else up here. And make sure they're not tag teamed either. Because they're at war with Broken Nose and Beastmen. But they are not allied, so that means they can't support each other in a fight. So they can fight me separately, but they can't fight me together, which is an important distinction. So if 2 enemies are both coming at you at the same time, it's always important to figure out, what you need to be ready for, what's possible. Okay, Broken Nose should like me more, I think. Yeah, a little bit. Because I have military actions against people they don't like. Negative 40 aversion, but they kind of like me. Okay, let's,
come and die.
I wish I could get them as a vassal or something, but I can't. Let's get 300 out of them. Probably not, but I might as well ask. I mean, I am improving. The more that I fight these people, I'm improving, so eventually I might be able to get some cash out of it. Okay, so I can't
I will not
fight him
obey.
under normal means. Now, he is in march stance. So I believe, I'm not 100% about
By
this,
Sigmar,
but
no.
I think if he intercepts me in the underway, that he's going to start the fight winded. I know that if I normally engage on him, he would be winded because he dashed.
I must keep my holy
This guy's
vow.
hiring
No.
new units too,
I am
so
a
eventually
lord
he's going to
of
have 220
Bretonia.
stacks.
Never.
He's going to outscale me. Now they did retake this place over here. I think that's the same people, right? Yeah, Estalia. So I could come back down here and sack this again if I want to. I could send the Bray herd out to do that too. Okay, I think I'm going to try to bait him. It's kind of scary because it's, 17 on 20.
Absolutely not.
But my lords and minotaurs are way stronger than these things. And I just got those new upgrades, so I think I should be able to crush them. My infantry line is a little light compared to what they have, but I think with good positioning, especially with these Ungor raiders, we should be able to gun them down.
No.
As long as I can knock out their pistoliers, I think I should be able to get in a good position to take these guys out. Because they don't have that much armor piercing. So my Minotaur Lord, my hero, and my Legendary Lord should be able to face tank these guys for quite a long time. And I can use the other units to flank around. Okay, so I'm going to try. Try this again, take 2. If they don't bite on this, then I can always rotate down here. And, prepare to fight them next turn. And I don't think they'll see this rotation right. They might. But so I can't attack him this turn just to make sure. No. So I cannot ambush him. Let's see if he goes for it. Let's see if this little trick works. And let's see if we can execute. Okay, he's not biting on it. Getting unlucky. Usually, if it looks like a favorable fight, like a 17 on 20,
Sigma forbids this.
then they'll take it. But he just must not have had the opportunity. Okay, so can't do it this turn. So how close can I get? So I can get to right here and reinforce. That'll put me pretty far away from him, so he might not see me in ambush stance. How close? Is that close enough? I need to be one smidge back, and then I could recruit. It's a game of inches, you guys. I'm not joking. The game really is a game of inches. Okay, so I just want to do that just so I can release my right-click button without accidentally clicking. So let's see. No, if I have to go right there, that's going to be out of range. So I'm going to go just inside of his circle. I just want to make sure I'm actually there to reinforce him 100%. So that's going to be right here. So I'm not going to be able to do anything super productive this turn, unfortunately. But I am supporting him, and I am in ambush stance. So if either one of them tries to come down and come at me, we should be able to fight him. And if we take a lot of casualties, it's fine, because we're going to heal it all back up for free over the next couple of turns. So I should see what's happening. And we just got the extra bonus on the lords, so they all have extra plus 10 melee attack and melee defense. So that's pretty sweet. And now we're working on extra damage for our missile units, which will be nice. So you see it's not 7 turns anymore, it's 8 turns because we lost 5% research rate. Just gotta do this. Let's see if someone wants to fight us. I'm hoping he doesn't see this unit. He might try to fight us anyways. No, he's running. Is he hidden over there? How did we not see him?
Do you take me for a churl?
Okay, so 16. Now we see all of his units. Okay, so he has 2 mounted yeoman archers, 4 normal horses, and a trebuchet. The trebuchet is a little problematic. I'm not sure what they're doing over here. This could be a trap. There could be an ambush coming. Now he ran over here kind of close to the sea. I'm pretty sure I can take him out this turn and then put him back in if I want to. Now he might ambush me if I try to creep up on him, because he ran over here in the corner somewhere. I think the safer move is to take this guy out, just to come down here and scout and just see what's going on. Work my way south. I mean, if I can cut him off and get his capital while he's out of there, that would be sweet. I would call that a win. Now keep in mind we are burning cash, so we need to fight somebody soon. Oh, both of them are right here. I just can't see both their flags.
You dishonor me.
Right? Am I just imagining things? I thought I saw both of them standing there. I guess it was just this kind of weird steam here. So I could just walk right down and potentially walk into an ambush, but I definitely don't want to do that. If he surrounds me, like, that's going to really put me at a major disadvantage. So I think I just want to walk down here a little bit, just scout and see what he's up to. Okay, so he's right there. Now there's 2 units there, right? Or I'm not crazy, right? There's 2 flags? Or is this just like a graphical glitch? Like, is that a glitch? And that's what I thought I saw up here. See, that looks like 2. I'm not crazy. Look. Hold on. It's just because of the gas? No, look. It looks like I see a second head there. You see that? Looks like a second flag, too. So I'm not crazy. I'm just not sure if it's a glitch or if there's something actually hiding there. I just have a hard time believing that he has more than one army sitting here. I think that's a graphical glitch, because he's on these Steam vents also. I think I'm just hallucinating in the Steam.
I'll ignore that.
No, I don't think I can beat him without my Minotaur. In fact, I'm pretty sure I can't. So I needed a scout. Pretty sure we're over time. Yeah, we're over time. Okay, so that's going to be it for this episode. We are way over time, so I apologize. I was really looking for a good fight to end the episode on. We did have a fight earlier in the episode. We got a good ambush. But I'm just tired, frankly, and I just lost track of time. I wanted a good fight. I wanted to fight
I must keep my holy
the
vow.
Bretonnians,
No.
or I wanted to fight these guys.
Not
But
likely.
they sniffed me out and they're running away. They're scared of my army. I thought for sure they'd want to fight a 16 on 17, but that's just not true. Well, I'll think it over. And the problem is I'm burning cash right now. How much would I get for raiding this? It's gonna tell me. It's not going to tell me. I have to sit there and try to raid first. So maybe I do need to raid and just try to bait them out. I don't know. It's such a waste of time, but it's so dangerous. If you walk up in the middle of all this without taking care of some of these units first, then you can completely get surrounded and just obliterated, which is what happened to me from all angles. So anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a great time. I certainly had a wonderful time broadcasting for you. It's definitely getting interesting strategically. We're going to try to round these people up.
No.
I mean, I could try to underground bait him without the Minotaur. And fight a 16 on 20. I think I could still win it, but it would be much, much harder without this hero, because he just gives such a huge, huge buff. I mean, right now, what is his buff? Let me see. It's 5 plus 8. Yeah, so he gives an extra 13 attacks. That's just so good. I just don't think I can do it without him. And he's just a good fighter on his own.
Sigma forbids this.
But we'll think it over. We'll think it over. So another option we could do is we could come down here, hide, then try to ambush him and get the Minotaur back with us. Or we could just say forget him, come up here and try to ambush this army. Now I could do an underground bait on him also.
I
And
will
he only
not
has
blight my
16, so that
soul.
would be a 16 on 16. And I feel a little bit more comfortable with this matchup. So we'll see. That's still on the table. Definitely still on the table. I don't want to get into a huge fight without my Minotaur, but we'll see. I'll think it over. We'll make a decision next time. So it could go up here, just slow roll it, try to get, just try to get an ambush going. We could try to just go for the underground bait. We could do the same thing down here, slow roll it or go for the underground bait. But we can't sit here and wait too long. That's the problem. We're going to be out of cash. Now, I could sell some units out of this. I could sell these units and save some cash for sure. That would save 240 plus 120, be 360. So that would save a lot of cash. But I just really want to be combat effective, and I think that we can hold on to this a little bit longer. Also, I want to get into a huge fight so that I get this extra replenishment. So that's something to keep in mind too. So anyways, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please consider commenting, liking, subscribing, telling your friends, watching more videos. Anything you can do to interact with the videos helps a ton in terms of YouTube search prioritization. It lets other people find the channel who would be very interested in the content, because I think a lot of people would enjoy a nice, clean, fun campaign with no exploits, no auto-result abuse. They just may not know that I exist yet because I'm still a relatively small channel. So any help you can give me, I greatly appreciate it. And the people who come here also greatly appreciate it, because they're able to find great content because of you. So thank you very much. Also, check out the League of Legends on the channel if you're interested in that. We have a good series on where I try to support all the way to Diamond, and I have good educational content on the channel as well. And if you're interested in learning how to get into a good university, get the kind of scholarship that you want, get an A on all of your humanities essays, we have great content coming out. We already have a couple of videos up, and we're going to get some more very soon. So thank you very much. Always have a great time broadcasting for you. This is a really fun campaign, and I hope to see you next episode. Have a wonderful evening.